G'day, and welcome to Diecast Labs, Australia. There we go, never prepared. Right, so today I hope to do some justice to this casting, which happens to be the viewer's choice. If you're a first-time viewer, I hope you stay and share what sometimes a bubbling old fart like me gets up to, trying to give old die-cast toys a new lease of life. This channel is geared for the hobbyist, and what I do is not always perfect, but at least I'm giving it a try. So sit back, relax, and watch today's episode. You never know, you might have a laugh or two. Might even be inspired with what I try and do. So let's get on with the show. And what we need is our viewer's choice vehicle. So we'll bring it into the garage and we'll have a closer look at it. So this was the viewer's choice. So the thing will focus. It is there we go. Triang model, spot on. Austin A60 Cambridge. So we are missing all its booties. So we've got to redo those. Looks like this thing had a roof rack on it. The rear bumper seems to be in an okay condition. The window unit here has a scratch. Otherwise it's not too bad condition. We might be able to polish that out, but it's not a deep scratch. And of course, as you saw a moment ago, we have another one. This one, the rear bumper is intact, which is good. The window unit is good. This too had a roof rack. The rubber booties, the front one is not the same as the back. That is different to that as well. So the rear ones may be original, the front two have been replaced at some stage. So because we've got to do it on that one, we'll replace the booties on this one, or you may give it a complete tyre swap. So you'll have to stick around to see what I do. But next step is disassembly. Yeah, sorry about that interruption. We were looking at the grille. It does slide in up there, and it is held in by the base. It's got two holes underneath, but it doesn't lock into anything. So that comes out like so. The rear bumper should just lift out. It's held in by the rivet post. Let me just get a screwdriver to go underneath it. Hopefully it doesn't go to Narnia. There we go. Just have to take that off there. So that needs to be re-chromed. The bumper is broken on this side here. That it needs to be done. So our interior has flexible suspension. So it's all there, so we'll give that a bit of a wash. The window unit just comes out. That needs a wash. I'll leave that little sticker there. So it looks like the roof rack goes all the way through into the window unit, and that leaves us our casting. So right, that's all on that one. This one here, as you can see, the lights are busted on it. The front bumper is just about non-existent, so that's going to go in the bin. Again, the base will easily come off. Hubs. And you take the interior out. This one's rather grubby, so but all the suspension is there and good. The rear bumper again is very tight on that post. Let's see if we can get it off without sending it to Narnia. We have, and we've kept it intact, so we can reuse that. And of course sorry about that rocking there, hope you're not seasick. And of course we have our window unit, which is rather filthy as well. And here is the casting. Alright, we'll catch you in a moment. Well, thank you for joining us at the world famous Diecast Labs as a stripping venue. We have our famous strippers, the caustic soda. We have our willing participants. And we are putting in 2 cups of two 1/8 cups or 2 30ml cups of the caustic soda. I'll close the lid. And now, of course, our caustic soda would like some boiling water for swimming. And our castings, well, they like to play with our strippers. Our strippers are very, very volatile today, so we'll have to take a little bit easy on putting the water in. Because we don't want to mishap. No, we're not overflowing just yet, but it came close. This is why I do the caustic soda in first and then add the water afterwards. A little bit more control. Just putting enough in to cover our casting. So we now get to do the swishy dance. And by the looks of what I'm seeing down the bottom here, the red is just about, red or orange if you like, has just about come off. All of that. Of course it's discoloured our water. The remnants of the paint that was on here, that's definitely off. So we'll let them do their dancing. And let them have some fun and peace. And we shall see you with a couple of naked vehicles. See you then. Alright, we're fresh out with the strippers. We have to towel ourselves down now to make ourselves dry. You know, we've got to get rid of that sticky stuff. Careful now, you know what I mean. You know, behave. Well, now we're doing some ball playing using a brass bristle brush. Others have gone to using the bristle brush on the rotary tool, but I've not known that brush not losing a lot of its spikes. Even the brass ones, which seem to be better than the steel ones, they still lose their bristles. Don't have that in this. I've been using this for quite a number of years because I was still down in Sydney when I was using this, and I've been up this way, up north, since 2020, Christmas 2023. We are now March 2024, so that's almost 3 years, 2.5 years at any rate, and be another 2 years before that. So that's, this thing here is about 4 years old and it's still working beautifully. Haven't had to replace it. That's the first run over. Comparing it to the one in the background, you can see the difference. Now this scourer, from what you can get from out here, you can get from the supermarket in the cleaning aisle. I've replaced a few of those. If they don't leave the mess down here like the steel wool itself does, it does just as good a job. As you can see, it does just as good a job. By the time you get your attachment out, get your Dremel tool or rotary tool out and get it set up, and it takes about the same amount of time, but to each their own. You know, there's nothing wrong with using the rotary tool, nothing at all. But rotary tool might be easier for the inside, I'll give it that. But yeah, all right, I will do the other one off camera, and we'll get on to the next section. Here are our castings. They are in primer. very nice details. On them. So we'll let the primer set and we'll move on to the next part, and that is making some parts plus some extras. So, because this was one of the front pieces, missing the headlights and the bumpers ends, and this one here was missing a bumper end. So there's a bit of work to do, and I'm a stingy bastard, and while you can get these from replacement parts from Recovered Toy and Steve Flowers, my experience with their parts hasn't been too great. So that's why we've gone down the make your own part route, and why quite a few of us have 3D printers now, for that simple reason that the quality that you're getting not that great. But I will see you guys over at the computer.
Well, excuse me. Well, as per usual, you see this screen, we're going to be talking about or doing things with 3D printing. And in this case, for the Austin Cambridge, for the spot on Austin Cambridge A60, we need a front grille, which includes the bumper. We need a set of tyres, and we need roof racks. And this is how I made them. Firstly, we had to get an image, and I found an image for the grille. If this machine opens up, the graphics card and the capture program slowing things up, so my apologies on that. There we go. So we took that image here, and we went on to Tripo 3D, and we got it to generate that part for us. Interruptions by the other half, playing cat silly buggers with me. Anyway, we made that grille, and we also made that grille from this photo over here. And it might be easy if I use this program to open it up. From that photo, we were able to make that. Then we went to create a roof rack, So again, we went to, just easier and quicker for me to do this. This was where I got the front grille from an original part. We wanted to get a roof rack, and this had skis on it, which is fine. So from there we loaded into the, well, from there we did a bit of manipulation. I'll go to that one. What we did with it, we manipulated the photo by taking all the green and stuff out. You can still see a bit of green here around the outside, so we cleaned it up. We then went to our program, and that created that one in Maker World. Now, if you want to trial out Maker World, it's free, and at the first of every month you get 20 credits. Right, and depending on what you're modelling, depends on how many credits it will cost you. Right, making this particular model costs 2 credits. So you can, as you can see, you can make quite a few models. But in saying that, I can this was done in Maker World. This was the same image in Tripo 3D. Now, do you notice the difference? There's the underside. Compared to this one. There's the underside. Now remember, oops, we're going to that. It only had that to work with, nothing from the underside. Right. So, using the AI program, it did quite well. But if you notice, the skis here were virtually flat, where on the other model they're pointed down. And this part here is where you would put your boots in. And when I tried to print it off, it sort of worked, but then I thought, nah, I'm going to do something different. So, using the paint program, I got rid of the skis and the poles. I then went back off the internet and I found some skis, and then I found some poles to do. And again, I fed them into the AI program, and we came up with different items. Now there's one of the grills that I made. These are the models that I made from the Diecast and Modelers community. Done a Batman. We've done some more grills. As you can see, I've been rather busy. There we go. On there. So that's what I've done with that. We created our 3D images. We created our items. We've downloaded them, and here they are on the build plate to be printed. we've printed them off, and you shall see the results next. This is just a reminder as to what I started with at the beginning of today's episode. And here we are now. Here we are with our two Austin A60 Cambridge by Spot On. So this was the viewer's choice build. You voted on it. This is the one that won. Of course, we made two of them. So we've done some extensive 3D printing on this. We 3D printed the front grille, bumper and headlights on both of them. We 3D printed the roof racks and skis and tyres. Talking tyres, we've given one of them, the green one here, a full set of new 3D printed tyres. We've given them a paint job, and the 3D printing of the parts, we've used artificial intelligence, as you saw earlier in the video. Me being biased, I'm quite happy with what the outcome was, especially with the being able to use artificial intelligence, because I don't have any intelligence, artificial intelligence to make parts. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Give the video a like, share it, give it a thumbs up, and hope to catch you next time at Diecast Labs. Bye for now.